I wanted to try something a little different, so I'm going to do a more natural look with my actual eyebrows. This is a look I would feel comfortable wearing during the daytime. It's somewhere between Insta model and natural born beauty. Maybe she's born with it. I am really excited to get this look together for you guys. But before I do all that, go ahead and like, follow, subscribe, share, so I can quit my daytime job and be snatched full time. Anyways, let's get started. First thing we're gonna do is we're gonna prime my skin. It's very important to prime. We are using the Fenty Pro Filter Instant Retouch Primer, and I like to apply it with my fingers. I feel like it just spreads more evenly, and then I just tap it in. And we gotta make sure to get my head because I'm bald, y'all. Next, we're gonna do our foundation. We are using Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Soft Matte Longwear Foundation in the shade 210. I'm gonna go light with this foundation because again, this is more of a daytime natural look. I'm using about a pump or two, and I'm using a Lorac brush to blend in my foundation. So now that I have my foundation on, I need to cover these bags under my eyes. I am using the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Concealer in 105. And again, we wanna go very light because this is a daytime look. So what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna put a very light amount, maybe 3 dots under my eyes, and then we're gonna blend that out. We're gonna start with the kind of inner corner of the eye, the middle, and then the outer corner. We're gonna blend this out with a damp beauty blender. As you can see, I am carrying a little bit of that concealer all the way up into my brow bone to create a little bit more of a highlight in this area for myself. Now that I have concealed these bags, I'm gonna go ahead and lightly contour. I am using the Fenty Beauty Matchsticks in Truffle. What I'm gonna do, because it's such a dark color, is I'm actually going to put some on my wrist, right here. Then I'm gonna take a contouring brush, which I use the Morphe 444 brush. I love it. And I'm gonna take that and I'm gonna actually apply that onto the brush. And then I'm gonna check on my other wrist that's clean to see how intense it is. We can probably figure out how hard or how lightly we need to press. And we're gonna go in and we are going to lightly contour around this area just to bring back some dimension to my face. As you can see, I'm just building because it's easier to build on than to take off. I also use this Expert Concealer brush by Real Techniques to contour my nose just a little bit. I actually start from here and then start building down just to kind of create a little bit of a shadow there. You gotta blend that in real good. Megumi. I'm gonna take a damp beauty blender and just kind of make sure that everything is really well blended in. Then what I wanna do is I actually wanna remark my beauty mark because I covered it a little bit with the foundation. And since this is a natural look, I wanna make sure that you can actually see my natural beauty mark. Next step is we need to set with powder. I am using the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Powder in Lavender. I am using a brand new sponge by Real Techniques called the Real Techniques Miracle Powder Sponge. It's supposed to be for dry powder, so let's see. This does pick up quite a bit of powder. Story time! The reason I started this channel is because I really enjoy makeup and beauty, but I never really had the guts or the balls to actually share it with the world. But you know what? Fuck it. I'm having the time of my life putting these videos together for you guys. The amount of support you guys have shown so far is like, damn! Anyways, we need to brush this shit off. And you want to make sure to get all of it off because you don't want to look like a ghost. Now I'm taking this Wet n Wild brush that has absolutely no description, and I'm gonna use that to take some powder contour and lightly just run over the contour that we did to set it and make it look a little bit more powdery and soft and velvety. For that, I am using the Smashbox The Cali Contour Contour Kit. And I'm going to be using this matte bronze right here. Using the same brush, I'm gonna run over my nose contour. Now I'm going to take this highlight right here and I'm going to just pat that onto my T-zone. All right, now I need to do my eyebrows. I am using the NYX Professional Makeup Tinted Brown Pomade in Espresso, as well as the NYX Brow Mascara in Espresso. I also recently bought this e.l.f. Eyebrow Duo, and it has a spoolie and an angled brow brush. We're gonna take the pomade and we're going to fill in these areas here. Oh, that is a lot of product. Word to the wise, use less product when you're using this pomade. It's pretty dark, but I think we can make it work. I personally like a bushy brow look, so I don't mind it being a little bit thicker looking and more full. So I filled the ends with the pomade, and I'm gonna fill the rest of the brows with the tinted brow mascara. I can't, y'all. This looks crazy. These look crazy. What? Okay, all right, we're gonna keep going, but I mean, the fuck? I'll be honest with you guys, I never usually fill my eyebrows in with any color or tint or anything. I usually just use my Anastasia Beverly Hills Clear Brow Gel. So this is an experiment. Even for a natural look, you still want to do a little bit of an eye makeup. For my eyes, I am using the Lorac Pro eyeshadow palette. It's a good classic, and I definitely recommend anybody, starter or not, have this in their repertoire. I'm gonna take this taupe right here, and I'm gonna place that in my lid up to the crease. I'm gonna take that same taupe and I'm actually gonna start dragging just a little bit up here just to bring up my eye. And the reason I'm doing that is because I have hooded eyelids and I need to bring up my eyes. Then I'm going to take this cream right here and I'm going to apply that just here on my brow bone, starting almost where the lift is. And you want to start just blending that out in there with the darker shade that we went in with first. And because I am the most, we're going to take this champagne right here and we're going to add that on to the middle of the lid and just blend it out just to give it a little bit of shine. Using that same taupe we use for all over the eyes, we're actually gonna go under the waterline and then just kind of connect that just a little bit to create a little bit more of a cohesiveness. We don't wanna go all the way in to the waterline, we just kind of wanna stop halfway through because we don't wanna create too much of a darkness in here. We're actually wanting to open up this area. It's an illusion, y'all. Another trick that kind of lends for a more natural look is for my waterline, instead of using black eyeliner, I am using the Makeup Forever Artist Pencil in Wherever Walnut. With the waterline, same rule applies. You kind of want to stop almost halfway. Next step is we need to do our eyelashes, and I really like the wet eyelash look. I'm not going to use mascara because I don't want that chunky mascara look. So I'm using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Clear Brow Gel. And I don't know if you can use this on your eyelashes, but I've been using it for years and it works perfectly fine for me. This is my favorite part, which is actually blush. I feel like it really finishes off a look. For this, I am using Bobbi Brown Cosmetics Blush in Flame. I want to go very lightly with this blush because this blush is so highly pigmented. I actually use it as an eyeshadow once. You want to go on the areas that the sun would naturally kiss you. So unlike my other looks, I'm actually wanting to do this motion where I can feel the highest parts of my face that would be hit by the sun. All right, next steps is going to be our lips. For my lips, I do like to lightly tint them and then I go in with a lip balm. I'm going to dab a little bit of this Wet n Wild Spotlight Red onto my lips here, just like this, just kind of lightly dabbing. This actually transfers a bit of color if you can see. On top of that, I'm gonna put my favorite hydrating lip balm by Fresh, and this one is actually sugar caramel flavored. It smells so good, you guys. I'm gonna actually review these in another video because they're so good. And you know what? Since I'm feeling a little bit extra, I'm gonna put some highlighter on. But since we're doing a more natural look, I'm gonna be using this Sonia Kashuk fan highlighting brush. And what I like about this brush is, I don't know if you can tell on camera, but it is feathered out. So that way when it applies the product, it's less concentrated. And of course, I am gonna be using my favorite Becca highlighter in Pearl. I don't know what it is about highlighter, but when I get some highlighter on, I get so much power in me all of a sudden, and all diva, and I love it. I'm gonna use the same highlighter and I'm gonna apply that to the inner corners of my eyes and just a little bit here right under the waterline just to kind of finish out the look. All right, y'all, that's it. That's the look. I will say I am still a little bit spooked by my eyebrows. I do not like how thick they look right now. I am actually getting a little bit more used to them and I'm not hating them as I let them sit on my face for a little bit longer. I don't know if it's something I would probably continue to do. I don't know. But I'm feeling my face. It looks very smooth and velvety. Of course, I love my Fenty foundation. I hope you guys enjoyed watching me put this look together. I hope I taught you something. Thank you so much for watching. And don't forget, y'all, we're all just trying. So be nice.